Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Fatima Omar Khamissa, #1 best-selling author, CEO of Spiritual Biz Moms. How are you guys today? I wanted to talk to you guys about a conversation that I had with a client of mine. Now, she works in an environment where they break up in teams and different projects or pieces of the project are assigned to different people. And in this client's situation is that she is a really, really nice girl. And when the projects are assigned to different people, she often takes over more than what she can handle because she has a very hard time saying no. And she doesn't want people to dislike her. So we were talking about this in our session this week. And she said to me, she said, well, I usually take on more than I can handle because when this happens, this is how I feel. So we went through and we broke down the pieces of how she formulates the pattern in her mind and how she connects the dots. So for example, when this person tells her, hey, you know what, I don't really have time to do, excuse me, I don't really have time to do this piece of the project. Can you do it? She wants to say no, but she doesn't say no because in her mind she's thinking, well, if I say no, I won't get the promotion. If I say no, they won't like me. If I say no, they're going to feel like I'm not an A player. However, what's going on underneath all of that is something more, something different. So how does she feel when the whole thing is done now, when she really actually wanted to say no, and the thoughts that are running her at the moment? So a part of her is saying, oh gosh, I really hate it when I don't step up for myself. I really hate it when I keep on saying yes, but what I really want to say is no, I'm sorry, I don't really have time to do this, or I am already doing my fair share. So she goes through this process of what's happening, and now she builds up this resentment inside of her. So I asked her the question, what are you thinking when they do that? And she said, well, I'm thinking that they think I'm a doormat and they're just going to dump things on me and get away with it. And I said, okay. So we analyzed that statement and I said, do you know that to be true? And she said, yes, I believe that's true. And I asked her, I did the work with Byron Katie with her. And then I asked her the second question, are you absolutely sure that this is 100% true, that they think you're a doormat and they can dump things on you and they can get away with it? When I asked her that question, the second question, she went, I'm not sure if that's entirely true. Then I asked her the third question, and the third question is, how do you act and how do you behave when you think that statement is true? So when you think that they feel that I'm a doormat and they just dump stuff on me and then they feel they can get away with it. And she said, well, when I feel that way, then I act distant. I act like I don't want to talk to them. I'm non-talkative. I feel like I want to create a wall and a big space between them and I alienate myself. I said, okay. And then we did the fourth question. And the fourth question is, and who would you be without that thought? Who would you be without that thought? If you didn't think that I was a doormat and that they just dump stuff on me and they think they can get away with it. And she said, wow, I never thought of it like that, but I would be nicer. I would be friendlier. I would approach them better. We would work better in our team. The interesting thing is thoughts are running your life and my life all the time. And science and biologists are now proving that most of your thoughts that are actually running around in your brain all the time, most of those thoughts might not even be yours. I mean, think about that. But yet when a thought comes into our brain, we automatically feel like we have to just act on it or react on it. What would happen if we just kind of watch them? Whatever they were saying, whether they were true, whether they were false, whether they were negative, whether they were positive, it didn't matter. What if we could just think of all the thoughts were just like little minions running around, baby minions, and they just wanted to be noticed. And we're going to go deeper into this whole area of thoughts and what's happening with thoughts on our next free webinar. I really, really hope that you can join us. This webinar is going to go deep into how to change your thoughts and how to be able to have some notice and some consciousness around how to control yourself. You're never going to control your thoughts. It's about you controlling yourself and saying, can I just watch? Can I just observe? Can I just be and enjoy the little minions as they're running around and not really do anything with it? So if you're interested and you'd really like to come on our free call, it's happening. Just click the link below and I'll see you on there. You're going to have a chance to ask questions. It's very interactive. I know you're going to really like this stuff because it's a new kind of consciousness. It's a new kind of awareness, and it gives you a sense of control in times when you have felt out of control. It gives you a sense of hope in times when you have felt hopeless and helpless. I know I have in the past. And this kind of new thinking and new behavior management will help you like it helped myself and so many of my clients. Okay, love to know what you're thinking, and click the button. I'll send you all the details and you can get right into the webinar and enjoy it with us. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.